So after weeks and weeks of waiting, Kanye West has finally released his highly anticipated album, Donda. And for me personally, I haven't been able to take a full listen to the album yet. I typically like to listen to music either when I'm driving or in the gym, but I'm definitely excited for, what this album has to offer. Now, for me personally, I've been a huge Kanye West fan ever since The College Dropout. Now, for me personally, my favorite album is still Graduation. And I'm also definitely still hurt that I wasn't able to go to the Glow in the Dark tour when I was younger. But the main reason why I'm creating this video in the first place is to talk about the rollout of the Donda album itself, because it's super crazy that Kanye West was able to generate over $12 million without even having an album out in the first place. So I definitely want to unpack what happened here, and hopefully we can all learn something from this video, so where we can also implement these strategies into our own brands and businesses. So if you get value out of this video, make sure that you thumbs it up, share it, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So the coolest thing about this album rollout is that Kanye West didn't do anything really revolutionary, right? People have been selling merch for forever. People have been doing listening parties for forever, but I think his approach to it and the spin that he put on it was really, really smart. And I got a quote from Prince Darnell a couple of days ago. Pretty much Prince Darnell said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, you just have to put rims on it. And that is exactly what Kanye West did in this situation. So let's just take the listening parties, okay? So artists have been having listening parties for forever, but typically these listening parties are only for the who is who, only for the elite actors and entertainers and stuff like that, pretty much their friend group. But Kanye West decided to do something different. He allowed his fans in on the process of him creating music. So much so that he invited everybody that was able to buy a $25 to $100 ticket to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which he was able to pretty much sell out of, right? And so with that strategy, he allowed his fans to have a personal stake in his album. Now, personalization has been in marketing for a very, very long time, right? Netflix, I think, does it the best, because when I pull up my Netflix, it looks totally different from your Netflix, right? And so pretty much Kanye West took that personalization strategy and implemented it with his listening party, right? And so he got the feedback from his first listening party here in Atlanta, right? And then tweaked his album a little bit and then had a second one, right? And so people, again, wanted to go and support because they wanted to see, okay, what changes did he make to the album, right? And so that allowed people to be highly, highly invested into the content and the creation of his music. Now, I don't know how I missed both of these events because I do live in Atlanta, so I really fumbled the bag on this one. But I think the hoopla and everything going around, centered around these Atlanta events, definitely pushed the anticipation of his album even more. So now let's talk about the merch. Now, honestly, he sold $7 million, just off of merch alone. And when it comes to merch and Kanye West, it's pretty much a no-brainer. We all know that his stuff is going to sell out really, really fast. So with his collaboration with Gap, that jacket sold out in like under a minute. And then he had specific merch just for people at the listening party, which sold out because everyone knows any exclusive drop when it comes to Kanye, that $25 ticket just to be able to get the merch and resell it was 100% worth it. So the value of anything that Kanye West drops is pretty much going to go through the roof of whatever the retail or market value of that piece is to begin with. And Kanye West knows that, and so he uses that to his advantage and makes sure that he creates exclusivity all the time when it comes to his merch. So now I want to go over the 3 key points just to tie everything together in Kanye West's Donda album marketing strategy. So number 1 is personalization. People want to feel like they're a part of your process. They want to know that you had them in mind whenever you're creating your product, your service, or even your content. So definitely think about your target audience. Really listen to them, survey, poll, figure out what they want, take their thoughts into consideration whenever you're, creating a product or service. Number 2, scarcity and exclusivity. This is so important. Nowadays, we live in a very hype beast, exclusive, you don't got this type of society. So how can you create products and services that are exclusive, right? How can you make them feel like this is very intimate, like only you have it? If you can figure out that strategy with your brand and business, either by creating limited drops or creating things specifically for a target audience, for a specific group, you will do 10 times better than trying to reach everybody. You know, the saying goes in marketing, if you try to reach everybody, you reach nobody, and this is no truer than right now. And number 3 is shock and awe. Now, you don't have to do it to the extreme of Kanye West, but pretty much every event, he had something even crazier to top the last thing. So in one of like the first shows, this man levitated into the sky. The last show, he set himself on fire. So what are you doing to create that shock and awe factor that people feel like they have to be there? They have to get your product and service, okay? So think about all those things when you're creating a product or service that you want to sell. So that is it for the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you got value out of it. Let me know what was your favorite part of the video down below. Until next time, be easy.